Okay, guys, how to light a fire in your colonial Volgenzang, or however you say it. But this is a colonial insert. Puts out enough heat. All the inserts you get are gonna act the same way. Um, they all have the air wash. They all have the burn tubes up there. I got a little crack right here because I've put this thing through hell. But it stands the test of time. I tell you what, for the money, it's quite a fireplace. Quite a bang for your buck on this one. So let's see if I can show you quick. Where am I going to put this? Let's see if you can get a good view there. Okay, so I like to start with, you can clean out some of the ashes. I don't have much going on because I just cleaned it out, but you just scoop them out like that and then put them in your container. If you're cold, you can do a quick spray with cleaner and then wipe the glass. My glass is clean. Yeah, it's still clean. If you burn these hot enough, the glass will stay clean. So newspaper or packing paper is what this is. And get some cardboard. Set the cardboard kind of around like you're building a fire with wood pieces, wood chunks, like teepee style. Then grab some smaller pieces, set them over top. So it gets enough air to breathe. There's a small chunk. And then again, like a teepee style, but you're getting enough airflow. You can see where the air would draw right around it. Maybe one more piece. Set like that. That should actually do it. We may have to put some smaller pieces once it starts, but get that going. And then I'll find just some small chunks just in case. You can just set them around. You can see I've been burning a lot of wood because I got chunks just laying around. You might want to clean up your hearth a little bit, but I don't do that until the end of the burning season. Yeah, and this is going to take off just like that. You can leave your door cracked a little bit. You'll see it kind of catch there where it's cracked. And this thing, I don't know if they deliberately designed it this way, but it's quite interesting. When it heats up, it'll just sink down itself. So I'll leave it cracked for a second here. And yeah, I mean, this is some good dry wood, some good chunks of oak there, so I mean, usually I got lucky here. I don't know if, well, we'll see how lucky I got. That packing paper, I think, burns nice and hot there. Usually these things don't start up that good. This is a good demonstration. But, if it is kind of snuffing out, grab some small chunks like this and just set them right where you're trying to light it, and eventually, just keep putting those small chunks. And if you got a good draw, sometimes you might have to hold some newspaper in there until it starts drawing, if you do have any sort of backdraft going on. But yeah, this sucker's taking off nicely. I'm already going to put a bigger chunk on there just to show you guys. And I mean, this is some nice dry oak, so yeah. And then I mean, I've been burning for years now, so I made that look pretty easy, honestly. But I don't always get those successful takeoffs right away. Sometimes it's a little annoying to get a fire going, but you know, the the best it's good to have a combination, not too much newspaper. Have a little bit of newspaper or that packing paper I had there. I got some newspaper all ready to go, you know, for next time. You know, and maybe I'll clear this since I'm here making the video. You know, and that might even start my next fire a little bit. Put that in there with the newspaper. But basically, don't use too much newspaper. Use a small amount of newspaper, and then, you know, like I did with those chunks of cardboard. And that seems to work good. This heat-powered fan up here will start spinning it all by itself in probably 5 minutes. It's pretty cool. It doesn't really move much air, honestly, but it's pretty cool how it's just heat-powered. But yeah, this is the Volgenzang, I think is how it's pronounced, colonial insert. And, you know, I thought about going to a bigger insert, but I just don't know if it'd be worth burning all the extra wood or not. Because this thing, you don't have to burn that much wood to get a nice hot room down here. And then some of the heat will carry upstairs, but it depends on your house. Most houses will be better than my house, honestly. Mine takes a while to heat up. So yeah, you can hear the air drawing now up in here. Hopefully you can hear it. But then, you know, once she gets heated up, then you put the blower on. And that draws the air under, around the back of the firebox, and out right here. So, yeah. Ceramic glass there. This is just pretty much for looks. If you know, it's not the proper way to use those. This one, you got the glass, so you can see how it's burning. But there's no real good spot to put this on this style stove. If you had a freestanding stove, then those work really well. But I mean, that's, you know, it's just magnetic. You just stick it to the, if I moved it maybe here, it might heat up better. I don't know, we'll see. But the hottest I've seen that get where I had it was like 300, and you know, I'm sure I've had it up to that 400, 500 mark. So it's not transferring the heat through that door at all. Yeah, that's pretty good fire going. And then watch what happens when you crack the door. Look at her just draw. I mean, I think I paid probably $950 3 years ago for this. So yeah, I mean, she draws nice. And then watch this. Dampen it down and then watch what it does. All the secondary burn tubes, secondary air, whatever the hell you call it. But anyway, that's probably when it's most efficient right there. That's when she'll really heat up. But you do have to play with it. Like right now, it's not hot enough to leave it like this for very long. So I'll open it back up until it gets really cooking. And then once you have a good bed of coals, probably an hour of burn time, then you can really dial it in and dampen it down. I mean, basically, you're just drawing the inside air, you know, through the cracks in the windows, and so you're just pulling cold air into your house. Unless you had the outside air kit on these, that'd be sweet, I think, where they draw fresh air from outside. But yeah, I let her cook like that for a while. And I mean, these things are pretty sweet. You can load this sucker up. As much wood as you're gonna fit in there, you're gonna be fine. I don't usually do this one-handed. And then, you know, once you get a good load of wood in there, you can leave for work for the day and dampen it all the way down. Turn your blower off, though, if you want any hot coals left. By, you know, with their run times, they say 8 to 10 hours, I think, is, you know. And after that 10-hour mark, I might have a couple hot coals in the bottom to relight my next fire. But yeah, if you want them to run the longest, turn your blower off. That cools them down too fast once they get, you know, to that probably 6-hour mark, and then you'll just have a cold stove. You won't have any hot coals left. So yeah, watch these suckers take off. And I'm just doing this for demonstrations. I wouldn't usually crack the door right here. Well, let's go until that fan starts spinning, and then I'll turn the video off. Come on, baby. I don't usually hang out down here. I usually get it going and then leave for an hour and then come back and put another couple logs on. And then you can leave for probably 6 to 8 hours if you dampen it down. And it just kind of depends how you want to do it too, and how much heat you need to get out of it. And yeah. Are you gonna spin? See, and that fan, that's not really meant for this style stove either. That fan's meant for a freestanding stove. This is just an insert that squeezes in. I have it pulled out as far as I can just to get as much heat out of her, but that fan would probably be going on a standard freestanding stove. But as you can see, I put this thing through hell. Look at the paint. I've heated this thing up so much. And who cares how it looks? It's heating. You know, through the first year, I was throwing wood pellets in there with the wood too, and that was heating it up nice too. But yeah, overall, really happy with this thing for how cheap it is. Now, you know, now that fan should start going soon. But yeah, I've been filming for 13 minutes. I'm already feeling the heat. Let's see if I stand up here. Yeah, it's coming. But it'll heat up the whole living room down here and some of the living room upstairs. If you had a normal house, I'd say this would heat better. But my house is not exactly normal. You can hear it kind of expanding and creaking a little bit there. I'm going till that fucking fan starts spinning. I think I paid $40 for that fan. It's pretty nicely built, that fan. Let's see. Voda heat-powered stove fan. It is just for looks, people. It moves a little bit of air, but I mean, it's not moving much air at all. Come on, feel the heat. Now you can see that creeping up a little bit, my magnetic temperature deal there. Come on, dude, I got coffee to drink. Start spinning. It's pretty cool. It'll still be spinning after 8 hours of burning. Yeah, it's moving some air, whatever. But yeah, I'll go to sleep at night and the fan, there won't be any fire in there and the fan will still be spinning. It's got to start spinning soon. This is a good example of why you have to have that first hour burn before you go and load it up with wood and dampen it down. All right, I'm going to get my coffee. There we go. Yeah, she burns nice though for that money. When I first got this house, there was a propane insert in there, an older one, and it wasn't really heating much. Sweet, there it goes. So that was about 15 minutes or so. And the hotter you get, I guess, the faster that thing spins. So on a standard freestanding stove, I considered throwing a standard freestanding stove in that opening too there. It would just look ridiculous probably, but yeah, this is how you do it. If you're inexperienced, clear the newspaper and cardboard and plastic bottle from out front of the fireplace. If you open that door, well, and mine's pulled out a little too far, but I've had ashes fall on that carpet down there, and I just grab them quick with either the shovel over there or that glove there. Have your fire extinguisher handy. But really, I mean, they're pretty damn safe. You don't have to worry about that. Just be careful. So yeah, sweet. She's spinning. That's a big, nice chunk there that'll burn for... Most of mine aren't that big. But yeah, this stove, once you get it hot enough, it'll even handle them when they're not split. It'll handle them. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I got that there and a garage full of that, so all oak. Let's see if I can show you guys quick too. We'll show you how jam-packed you can really get this sucker. Grab this guy. Let's see if I can get the big chunk in there yet. Probably not. We won't do the big one, but you know, just hammer them around a little bit like that, move them around. Load your next piece. Just kind of eyeball it. Wherever they'll fit. Like this one is like angled like that, so I see how is it gonna fit. gonna fit just like that. This one here. This one here. This one. I wouldn't usually do all this, but just to show you that it can handle, once it's hot enough, it can handle whatever you're gonna throw in there. If it's good dry wood. If it's not dry, start slow, heat up your piece of wet wood, get that burning good, then throw in your next piece of, not so seasoned wood or whatnot. But yeah, she's cooking. And then, yeah, once all that gets going good, dampen her down. But you can hear all the air getting drawn in. And where's that air coming from? All the cracks in your windows and doors, and that's all cold air being drawn into the house. So I wonder about the outside air kits. But also it's good to have some fresh air breathing in the wintertime too. So there's kind of benefits, negatives to both. So yeah, we'll let you watch that as those all get caught up. There we go. That'll get real hot there in a little bit. That'll be a nice fire for about 2 hours if I didn't dampen it down. Days of our lives, what the fuck? You wanna play fetch? Ready? Come here. Yeah, we need to let it cook wide open a while longer. Yeah, probably an hour. And then dampen it down. But yeah, I think you get the picture. If you have any questions, holler.